In 2013, as I was about to begin my student teaching experience, I decided that I was going to start a blog that I would update every day. And the title of that blog was, Can I Honestly Learn to Teach? Now, here we are, 12 years later, and I wanted to go back and find out, did I do it? It is Tuesday, February 11th, and it's my planning period because I got stuff to do after school, so I thought I'd just do this now because I have a few minutes and my computer's already like hooked up with my slides and stuff for when the kids get back, and I really don't feel like I'm plugging it all, so I'm just gonna do it from up here from my podium. Um, so far today has been a weird day. I have three out. One I knew was sick, two just didn't come, which was unusual. And then I had one go homesick like an hour ago. It was like 9:30. And then I just had two who are pulled for, they're like performing in like a chorus thing. So I've got six out. So I'm a class of 13 for the rest of the day. And I'm like, this sucks because I have to teach what I was going to teach today. But then those six kids, I'm going to have to make it up with them tomorrow or whenever they come back. And it's like, how? How can I possibly do that? How can I possibly make up so much instruction when tomorrow we have other stuff to do? So it's like I get kids get sick and their extracurriculars and stuff, but it just like reminds me that every day is like so precious. One of my students has a cell phone that's going off. Hold on, let me go investigate this. It was like an alarm. I just saw it in the front of her bag and turned it off. She's probably glad that this happened during specialist. She would have been embarrassed if it happened in front of everybody. I don't know what I was saying. Just like, oh, it just reminds me like I want to be flexible and build in time to review and make stuff up. And then, but just like, there's always something. There's always something. Picture days on Thursday. So that'll be time that's missed to go take our picture. It's like stuff we have to do. Like stuff happens. People go on vacations. I got kids gonna be out on Friday, but it's just like a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle and remember who's done what and who needs what in advance or for makeup. Because I have the kids that know they're going to be out, their parents want their work in advance. And then the kids who are out surprise, like last minute, I have to give them their work to make up. It's just like I'm just juggling so much all the time. So much. Feel like I need like a to-do list for all 19 of them. Be like, okay, did you do this? Did you do that? I mean, actually do. I have that. I have my checklist where I check off like, did they turn in this writing? Did they turn in this? How'd they do on this? Like, I love my checklist. Love it. I would not survive without it. But it's just a lot. All right, let's see what was going on 12 years ago. 12 years ago, it was a Monday. So sick today. Oh no. Oh, I do not have a fever and I'm not throwing up. So I went to school. My throat is killing me and I cough every 10 seconds. I probably shouldn't have gone to school. But again, it's like, oh, here I say it. I don't want to miss school though, because I will then have to go to the doctor and a cough isn't worth the copay to get a note. And I'll have to make up my hours after graduation. Not something I'm interested in doing. I'm a little frustrated because I know this is not realistic. If a teacher's feeling sick, she can take a sick day and it's okay. This is true. I understand that we need a certain number of hours as student teachers, but I know that I'm going to have enough. Aaron and I did the math to miss a day, but I don't want to. I have too much at stake this semester, so I'm just going to power through it. Reading for an hour at book club tonight at work didn't help either. My voice is so shot. Oh yeah, Monday nights I did the book club for kids. Yeah, so it is this fine line because I'm like, sometimes coughs linger and like I can't just be like missing days, missing days, missing days. And I'm like so full of it because I don't take well, I actually don't get sick, which is pretty good. Like I did get COVID last year. It took me like 3.5 years, but it finally got me. So that I did like feel sick. And so um I had to take 2 days off school because it happened over a weekend. No, I take 3 days off school plus the weekend. That was my 5 days off. And then I came back and I had to like mask and stuff. But other than that, which I definitely got from a student, other than that, I really don't get sick. Like I don't get just like the general crud that goes around in the winter, like the flu or like colds and stuff. It usually misses me. So I can't think like the only times I've like taken off work because me personally was sick when I was like I did get like a stomach bug or something a couple years ago. But normally if I'm taking days off, they're planned in advance, like for a vacation or like my daughter has an appointment next week, so I need to take off for that or like stuff like that. So I usually have a lot of advance notice, so I make up plans and stuff. But last minute, like taking off, I never do that. I never do it. Like, but it's not because I'm not like trying to be a martyr and like I go to work when I'm feeling sick. I just usually don't get that sick. So knock on wood. I don't have anything wood near me. There we go. A piece of good news that came out today was that OSU finally put up the courses for the fall, so I know when I'm taking class. Oh, that was always so exciting when they would release the courses, and I could be like, "What's my schedule gonna be?" I was in the honors college, so one of the like perks of that was you got to enroll a day before everybody else or whatever. So I always got the classes I wanted. Like they never filled up because I had the little perk of um, enrolling in advance. So I always like when they would release the times, I would like piece together my ideal semester. And then when it was like time to actually enroll, I always got what I wanted. This I'm talking about though, this is for grad school because this is going to be the fall, like while I'm teaching, my first year of teaching. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from like 4:30 to 7 at night. This will require a lot of driving or bus riding. Is there an OKC to Stillwater bus? There was not. I drove. But I'm pretty excited because that means I could teach in a morning program or in one that starts early slash ends early, like the one I was at in Tulsa where the children were dismissed at 2:55. Okay, that at the time was such like a novel idea. Like I was like, the kids go home at 2:55. And now here, my kids dismiss at 2:15. We start dismissal at 2:10. Like it's just crazy. Like if I worked here, getting to Stillwater, which was about like 45 minutes away, would be no problem to get there by 4:30. I would literally be able to say I would be able to go to staff meetings, like, but at the school I was at, we taught until like dismissal didn't even start until close to 4. So I actually did have to end up getting permission to leave early on these days. I'm super happy because I always thought I couldn't teach while finishing this 4+1 program, but now that is not so unrealistic. I'm going to shop around OKC and see what is going to be available next year. I ended up finding a job. My job ends up being in Edmond, which is a suburb of Oklahoma City. So it's, yeah, we'll get to it's that's a story for another day, but it all ended up working out. But look, I'm feeling so excited, feeling so motivated. It's just one more thing to think about. Stuff is piling up. I was just saying this morning, like, oh, there's just so much going on right now. And then I was like, I say that like every day of my life. There's always so much going on. I always feel like I just can't catch a break. And I always lie to myself. I'm like, okay, if you just make it through this week, then everything will like then, this is just a tough week. Get through this week and then, next week will be easier. And it's never easier. Every week. Every week's a tough week. I'm working so far ahead on everything and I still feel so far behind. Yep. I didn't do any lesson planning tonight. I feel so terrible and I just want to go to sleep and pray that I wake up feeling fine in the morning. Maybe, or at the very least, not worse. I didn't have my immunity that I have now. If I was going to give me some advice, I would say you will build your immunity. You're doing it, you're putting in the work. being around those little kindergartners, those nice little kindergartners. And it would all pay off because you don't get that sick as an adult. And your kids, my kids, I'm talking to myself, your future children, don't get that sick either. Like we're lucky. We're very lucky to be pretty healthy. Pretty healthy family. All right. 5 minutes before I gotta go get him. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. How was it only Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, February 12th. And today was a weird day. At about 7:41, because school starts at 10:45, I looked around the room. I saw there are only 6 kids here. And I thought, yeah-oh. And a couple of them showed up late, but by 8:15, when there were only 10 of us, I was like, yikes, this is it. I know for sure that 3 of them were sick because parents let me know. The others I have to assume are sick. So I had 10 kids today. So super small group, it's half the class. And so this morning I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be a bad day. It was a fine day. Like today was fine. Tomorrow, or whenever these kids start showing back up, that's when it's gonna start stinging because that's when I'm gonna have to make up everything that they missed today. But today I was like, just like dissociating my way through it, I guess. Like, we're gonna just like go about the day and do the day as normal. And like everything those other kids are missing is a problem for tomorrow, Megan. Okay. So, yeah, tomorrow Megan is not going to be pleased with today, Megan, for the choices she made. But I just was like, okay, I'm just going to teach them to multiply decimals. We're going to read the next chapter of the book. I'm going to pull my groups, and it is what it is. Because I don't even know if these kids are going to come back tomorrow. Like if they're really sick, they could be out the rest of the week. I can't just like put off. So we just went with it. So today, I mean, it was fine. Like everything we did, I feel good about. I was actually able to like work one-on-one with some kids. I know when it comes to it and I have to make this all up with the kids that miss, it's going to be really rough. But today, at least, fine. I have a staff meeting in 15 minutes where they're going to announce Teacher of the Year. But I already know that I freaking won. I won. Which is like, how many days ago was it that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna win this year and I don't feel like I should. And I freaking did. I'm conflicted because I feel like I was a better teacher I feel like last year I was a better teacher. I don't know. Just like I just felt better last year at this time than I do this year at this time. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a worse teacher. I don't know. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I felt like I wanted it last year really bad. And so this kind of making up for that. Yeah, I do feel like we're oversaturating the market a little bit with Megan from like doing that like teacher of the month thing just a couple weeks ago. And now this, like people are probably gonna be sick of me. So next year, maybe I'll just lie low after this. Okay, I'm gonna be done being the sit chair. I'm gonna be done. I'm not gonna be eligible for teacher of the year. Like I'll just be like, okay, sorry, everybody. Sorry. Just like stop doing too much. Okay, let's see what I was doing 12 years ago. I was feeling good yesterday. Oh no, I wasn't. I was sick. I was sick. Okay, let's see if I'm still sick. We're on day 22. Oh no, today I did not feel better. In fact, I feel worse. But I'm powering through it because I have a lot of lesson plans to do tonight. Oh yeah, and it's only Tuesday, 12 years ago. It's not even Wednesday yet. Today it snowed, kind of. It rained for a while. It's been raining all day too. And then the biggest flakes of snow ever fell for a while, and then it rained some more. So none of the snow stuck, but the children were so excited and were just itching to get outside and play in whatever it was that fell from the sky today. I felt bad that we had to keep them inside all day, but it was so cold. So combining their antsy behavior with my constant coughing and wheezing, today was a hard day. I started rotations today, which means I'm doing small group reading with all of the children over the course of the week. Oh yeah, it's like center. It was like centers. They had different rotations, but it was, I think it was only one a day. There were like 5 groups. And so I don't know if it was 30 minutes or whatever, but over the course of the week, you did all 5, but each day you only did like 30. And so as the teacher over the course of the week, she met with each group once. These days, I feel like there's much more small group time like built into schedules these days. But these days, I try to meet with every group twice a week, except my kids reading above grade level. I only have time to do once a week. Plus, they're reading the longer novels. They're reading, so they have more chapters to do. Between meeting, like I can't meet with them twice a week. They wouldn't have enough time to like read all the chapters. So I try and do twice a week and then once with the ones reading on or above grade level. I don't know where I was going with that, but small groups are a lot easier than the whole group, which I'm still really nervous about. And now I prefer teaching whole group into small group. That's so funny now. I know I do the opening every day and it's been going just as well as always, but I'm not really teaching anything new. It's mostly review with little bits added in here and there. So I'm getting pretty nervous about next week when I take over reading because that is where the most instruction takes place. I really like reading and it's always been my favorite to do with children, but I think I'm psyching myself out about how it's going to go. And now reading it is my least favorite. I used to not like it at all. I was like, I don't know how to teach reading. Like I'm screwing this up. I don't want to do this. I don't know how to teach writing. Like I feel better about it now. I'm not scared of it anymore. I don't hate it. It is my least favorite, but that's fine. I have all the lessons planned. Of course I did. And I know they're good, but the problem is the teacher dialogue. Yes. Erin is so good at talking with the children naturally and grabbing onto their comments for those ever important teachable moments. And I worry that maybe I won't be able to do that. Again, I'm making myself panic over what is probably nothing, just like usual, but I also usually work best under pressure, so maybe they'll leave it out. That dialogue is so, I was just thinking the other day that like I'm pretty good at doing it with content now. I've developed that skill. With behavior, I still like some people are just so good at like pull like they just have that internalized dialogue for what to say when behavior problems arise. And I still feel like I have to like think a lot about what I want to say. It's like hard for me in the moment. So I was thinking I saw some that I was like trying to memorize, like, okay, this is how you respond if someone's like not following the rules. This is how you respond if someone says something that hurts somebody else's feelings. Like just takes practice. Maybe that's what I'll work on for the next 12 years. I'm the most nervous about my big 2-week unit coming up after spring break. I know what I want to teach, but I've just got to work out the details. I guess I was keeping it on the DL 12 years ago, so I won't say what it is yet, but I do remember what I taught. I should probably be working on them. I should probably be working them out right now, actually, because I want all of my lesson plans done by Thursday. So I have time to talk with Erin before I turn them in on Friday. It would be a lot easier to do if my throat and head weren't killing me and I wasn't coughing up along every 5 seconds. Oh, look, I posted this at 4:20 p.m. I literally just got home. I was probably going to bed early that night because the other ones I usually do later, like 1:15 p.m. Oh, huh. I must have done this at school. Oh, maybe this is a half day of conferences. Yeah, all the other ones are like 7 p.m. Okay, well, 10 minutes. I got to go down, accept my award. And I'm just gonna have to like wing it tomorrow and see who shows up and what we're gonna do about that. And also Friday's a half day. Oh my gosh, and I need to make a packet for a student who's going to Disney World and he's not gonna be here Friday or half of tomorrow. So I need to give him stuff to do. Woo. Okay. All right. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out. Last. Hey, it is Thursday, February 13th. It's class picture day. I was so excited or like not excited, but just focused on making sure my daughter, looked cute today. I did her hair, she got dressed. I forgot that I am also in class pictures today. I wore this. This is what I wore today. I was like, oh, I'm staying late tonight because I'm running bingo nights. I'll dress down a little today. And I got to school today and I was like, oh, I am in class pictures. Now, a lot of people wore the hoodie today, but I kind of wish I wasn't wearing jeans, but this is what it is. But it's just like if I look back at my other class pictures, I would like wore dresses or like something cute. I think this is the first year that I'm wearing jeans and a hoodie for my class picture, but I guess it's realistic. Kids will look back and be like, yeah, she did wear that a lot. Oh, teacher shouldn't wear jeans. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Let's see what I was doing. No, when I was student teaching, I didn't wear jeans because we weren't allowed to. Okay. Let's see what was going on 12 years ago. I'm just like buckling. It's 2:45. I can't even start saying up for bingo night for 2 more hours. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm just like gonna kill time. Probably like work on lesson plans or something. I would say what I usually do on the weekend I could do now, but we have a work day Monday. So usually on work days, what I would do on the weekend, I just say for Monday. I have all this time right now to, I don't know. And bingo nights, I had everything ready. I've had everything ready for days. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the hours take us. Okay. February 13th. Here we go. February 13th, 2013. It was a Wednesday. I am feeling even worse today. Oh no, it just keeps getting worse. Oh, poor me. I do not know what is going on, but I'm praying that it subsides soon. I'm completely drained of energy, which of course happens the week I have the most to do. I would love to go to sleep right now, but I still have 9.5 lesson plans to write by tomorrow night. And so I just have to suck it up and cough my way through the next 3 hours or so. I don't like exactly remember what these lesson plans are, like exactly, but I generally recall that they were pretty detailed. And I know 9.5, I think it's like, it's not 9.5 full days. I think it was probably like morning meeting. What have I taken over? Morning meeting, rotations, literacy, or whatever. It was probably 3 days and a half of another one of those. But I know you had to say like what materials you'll use, like the objectives, like all that stuff, super detailed. Today, the children were crazy. The second day of being inside was not good for them, not good for any of us. I tried to stay upbeat, but I sounded like a frog all day, so it was hard. I just want to be better. I cannot wait for the weekend. Everything will be done because it has to be, and I can take a little break from talking for what feels like all day every day. I do be talking all day long. I never shut up. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and so is picture day. Hey, today was picture day. It definitely won't be an ordinary day, so I'm not sure how it will go. I'm hoping that the change in routine won't be too upsetting for the children, but I worry that it will. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day for me, not picture day because that was today, but it's an early release day, so everything gets condensed. Because we dismissed 2 hours early, and so I'm still trying to do stuff. I'm giving a math test tomorrow because I'm insane. But then I also want to do some fun like Valentine things. I don't know. I usually just like wing early release dates. Like I have stuff I want to do. I way over plan. And then I'm like, if we get to it, we get to it. If we don't, we don't. I have like 3 things that I have to get done tomorrow. I have to do the math test. I have to do my M class progress monitoring. I have to meet with one of my reading groups because we meet every Friday. Besides that, we'll just feel our way through. Party days are hard enough, and adding in spring pictures, which take about 100 years because they're full body and each child has to be posed the way their parents want them to be, just seems like it will be the kindergarten apocalypse. Oh, we were doing spring pictures. Okay, yeah, we don't do that until next month or maybe the month after. Class pictures are easy. It's like in and out. It had better be warmer tomorrow so they can go outside, or Aaron, Jenny, and I are probably going to lose our minds. Now it's time for soup, which hopefully is miracle soup that will make my throat stop throbbing and my cough cease to exist. I hope for the sake of me 12 years ago that Valentine's Day went well. I do not remember anything. I just don't remember anything. I mean, we were kindergarten, so we probably did. I don't know if we had like a party or I'm sure we did something. I'm not having a party tomorrow, but I did. I'm doing I told them they can bring in like treats for each other if they want. And just like in the morning, like put one on each desk. Oh, that's something I can do while I'm waiting. I got I just got them like what are these called? Sweet tart conversation hearts. Um, so I could label them and put one on every desk. But just like pass out stuff and say happy Valentine's Day. I'm gonna wear like a little Valentine's sweater, but we're not like having a party or anything. But I'm kindergarten might be, I don't know. Sophie had one. Did she? She definitely had one in pre-K. I think she had one in kindergarten too. Um, so we'll see. I have no I have no memory of if we had a Valentine's Day party. So that'll be fun. We'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll get to make my vlog at like noon. Oh no, because I have a PD. I'll get to make my vlog at like 2 and then leave early. Because going out for Valentine's Day. All right. Leave my Valentine's and hope that bingo goes well tonight. Hello. Today is Friday, February 14th. And this is what I look like today. I even wore, it's so funny on dress up days or like on like holidays like this because like I did stuff today. Like we took a math test today. Some of the kids didn't do that great on their math test. So I was like talking to them about like the mistakes they made and some of them are just going too fast. So like having serious conversations with them, like you need to slow down, blah, blah, blah. While I'm wearing these the whole time. Like, you could do better multiplying decimals. But it's fun. I this it's just a mess. I just like it was an early release day, so everything just feels so like panicked to have just stuff everywhere. So after this, I'm gonna like get my life together and then leave because we have a teacher work day Monday. But bingo last night went really, really well. We had like over 150 people come. So yeah, it was fun. Um Everything worked out. I'm really glad I did go down and start saying up like an hour before I thought I needed to. And that was the right call because I was alone for most of it. And then a couple of people came and helped me and then stayed. And it was really fun. People had fun. It was like not very high stress. I mean, it was bingo, but like it was a fun night. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad I did it. And let's see what I was doing 12 years ago on Valentine's Day. Let's see what I was doing. Now, it was only a Thursday then. So, oh, here we go. Thursday, February 14th, 2013. Today was Valentine's Day. It was insane. The children knew that there was going to be a party, but it wasn't until 2:30. I don't remember what time we got out, but maybe around 3:30. It was probably like the last hour, maybe 45 minutes of the day. We told them over and over and over that the party was going to be the very last thing that we would do for the day. But nevertheless, every couple of minutes, it felt like one of them was asking, is it party time yet? I understand they were excited, but we were about to pull our hair out. This morning, I let mine pass out their Valentines like as soon as they got here, which is a move that I think I still stand by because, it was like when they're coming in, getting their stuff up, it was a nice like transition, just pass your Valentines out, like whatever. But what I think I should have done is like gotten them each a bag. That's my daughter's, but I should have just given them each a bag and then told them to put the bag away because I did like after everything got passed out, I was like, okay, now like put it away. But it was just loose and they were sneaking it all day. So I'm like, if we'd waited till the end of the day, I would have been just like it would have been worse, I think, because it would have been even more chaotic in the end of the day, especially on an early release day. It's already chaotic. So I'm glad we got it all passed out early, but it was obnoxious because they kept eating it. And I get it because candy is good and they had so much of it. But I should have, yeah, maybe next time I'll have a system where it's easy to like, okay, and then you roll the bag up and you put it in your backpack. Today was also picture day. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, which only added to the craziness. We were called at about 8:45, so we got it out of the way early. Surprisingly enough, we still got everything done today that we usually do. Way to go. We missed PE since the pictures were in the gym, and we missed nap for the party. I forgot that these kids still had nap time. I completely forgot. Oh my God. That is right. It was like 30 minutes. It was towards the end of the day. Oh my God. Yes. It was like, I don't remember exactly what time, but maybe 2 o'clock or something. They literally had nap. They laid down and they took a nap. And then we would have afternoon recess right after nap time. Because kindergarten doesn't nap here. And even at the time, even 12 years ago, when I was like, yeah, they take a nap. People were like, really? Now when I was in kindergarten, I was only in half day kindergarten, so there was no napping. But then in 2009, my senior year, 2008, 2009, my senior year of high school, I was part of like essentially a work study because my high school shared a campus with an elementary school. It was like K through 12 because it was a small school. And so I would go one of my periods every day because by my senior year, I had taken all my required classes. Like all I had to take that year was senior English. Everything else I had already taken like enough to graduate. So I was just kind of like filling my time with electives senior year. And so that was one of my electives is I would go down to kindergarten. And that was full day kindergarten. And I don't think they took a nap. So in 2013, I was like, wow, these kids still take naps. Um, yeah, that was just like I completely forgot until this moment. I wish I had the schedule of like what I bet I could find. I bet I have it somewhere digitally on some thumb drive somewhere, like a lesson plan or something. I should look for it. Okay, anyway, nap. Okay. Other than that, we still got it all done. The children were a little crazy, but we did all right. They were so hyped up that we just sent them outside to run around for about 30 minutes while the parents set up for the party. Speaking of the party, I was surprised at how many parents came. At least half of the children's parents came, and they completely did the party themselves. They got together, planned it, brought all the stuff, and did everything during the party, passing out food, doing the games, even cleaning up. We had an overabundance of food at this party. Always do. Always do. There's always too much food at parties. 3 sets of cupcakes, cotton candy, pizza, chips, juice, little sandwiches, suckers, ice cream. It was insane. I felt a little sick just looking at all of it. But granted, I felt a lot sick lately, so it could have been due to that. I didn't mention not feeling well, so maybe I'm feeling better. The last thing I wanted to share today. My journal prompt was I love, and I wanted the children to write about something that they loved. A lot of them did their moms and dads. One little boy did God, so sweet, and one did me. However, when it came to the drawing portion of the journal, he drew some insane thing that had nothing to do with me. And when Miss Erin asked him about it and he didn't really know what it was, she told him he should try and match the drawings to the words. So what did he do? He added to his words to make some sort of bizarre connection between the drawing, which is evidently a person wearing a mask, and him loving me. Here's the result. I love Miss Megan that I'm wearing this mask. It's supposed to say, I love Miss Megan so much that I'm wearing this mask. I thought it was pretty clever that instead of rewriting the words or trying to draw a new picture, he just added to his writing to say that he loves me so much he put on a sweet mask to show me. It's strange, but it was a pretty good idea. Look at that. I don't know. I wish I could remember what kid that was. I kind of feel like I know. Is that crazy? I'm like, do I remember that handwriting? I feel like I have a guess. Wow. Okay. Well, that was cute. So it sounds like I had a pretty good Valentine's Day. Um, yeah, my Valentine's Day this year was like not that good. They didn't do great on their math test, but we will reset. We will retake. I told them they have a chance. Like we looked at what they got wrong, pointed out some areas where it's like it's not a conceptual misunderstanding. It's a you were going too fast, and instead of a 0, you wrote a 1 or something like that. So I'm gonna let them retake it. I'm gonna let them retake a different version. But on Fridays, when there's a work day coming up on Monday, I just feel so at peace because I'm like, what do I do on Fridays? Well, also, we don't have Science Olympiad on early release day. So that's something like I'm not running around, but I'm just like, usually on Fridays, I'm like, okay, look ahead, like try and print everything you need for next week. Try and like get, things together so that you don't have to come in on the weekend. Or if I do go in on the weekend, it's like I'm trying to hurry because I'm like, I don't want to spend too much time here. And so, but I have Monday. I have Monday. I have all day. Not all day. I do have some meetings, but like I all this stuff. I mean, I'm gonna clean my desk because I cannot leave it looking like that. But like printing stuff for next week, like grades. I'm gonna do it all next week. Okay, someone just knocked my door. Hi. Today is Tuesday. No, no. Today is Monday, February 17th. I was looking at the board. Sorry, I haven't set it for Tuesday. Today's Monday, February 17th. It's teacher work day. It's supposed to be like super chill, relaxing. I was gonna get a lot done, and then the snow is coming. It's gonna snow on Wednesday, which means we'll probably be out Wednesday and probably Thursday and possibly Friday. I mean, you never know, but like we're not having a full week of school this week. I mean, we already weren't because of today, but so instead, all morning, I'm working on, we have to make packets to send home with the kids to do work on the days because we are out of like just snow days. So we have to do stuff so that it counts as a school day, but you can't teach them anything new. And they don't take home their computers. So it has to be all like review stuff in packets that they may or may not complete. So I've made up a bunch of stuff where it's like if they do it, that's fantastic. And if they don't, we just gotta keep it moving. Whenever we get back to school, move on. So I hope they do it all. And we have to hold office hours every day. And this is all still supposition. Like nothing's been called, but uh yeah, I can't imagine a world where we don't have at least one day off this week. So I'll be doing this from home again, which is normally I'm like freaking out. I'm just like, we get to what we get to. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what can we do about it? Look, we can't do anything. The weather is the weather. If it's not safe to run the buses, it's not safe. So we just make it happen. We do the best with what we have. Let's see what was going on the 17th. I already did all these. I gotta go newer. All right. Ooh, day 25. Oh, that's right. Because it was a Friday. So it's February 15th, 12 years ago. Well, we're 5 weeks down, only 9 more to go. It feels like we're still so far, but graduation is only a little more than 2 months away. May 4th, here we come. Today I finished all of my lesson plans for my big 2-week unit. I don't know if the other groups are doing this, but I love that we had ours due so far in advance. It feels so nice to just be done with it. Almost. I still have a few more things to do before next week, but the majority of it is there. I think when I'm talking about groups, I'm like, we were placed at different schools. So I was at, this small rural school, and there were probably 5 of us there, perhaps. And then there was a group at a different school. Like my cohort was split amongst probably 4 different schools scattered about. And each school had a like site supervisor who we turn in our lesson plans to. So at this whole semester, I had no idea what was going on at any of the other schools. Never talked to any of those girls, probably never talked to them again, honestly, because this was our last semester. Maybe we came back like right before graduation, but pretty much we were just in our tiny little cohorts. I will be so glad when April 5th comes because that is when my unit will be finished and I will slowly be easing my way out of taking over the classroom. Oh, that's right. It's like I added piece by piece, then I did everything for 2 weeks, and then I gave pieces back. 2 weeks is not that long to be like fully in charge. Speaking of taking over the classroom, that's what I'm doing next week. From this coming Monday all the way through April 5th, I will be teaching everything, every day. It sounds really scary, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I've established a good enough rapport with the children that they see me as a teacher and are generally very attentive and engaged when I am at the front of the classroom. There are always those times when they get overly excited about something and I can't get them to reel it back in, but they're only 5. I can't get mad. Plus, Aaron and Jenny are always there to help. I think I feel a little better today. I still cough like I have the plague, but my throat is feeling better and my headache is gone, except for the part of it that I smashed into the stove at work. Different story, still painful. Huh. I mean, the stove at the place I worked had like a big vent hood, so must hit my head. Don't remember. I'm hoping that this weekend will be kind to me and I'll be much better next week. A lot of people are getting sick lately. We had one student teacher out today, and 2 more of my children are at home with the flu this week. Ooh. I feel like it's hit every child in the class at least once, some of them twice, poor babies, since I've been here. All in all, today was a pretty good day. This week has been long, but today went by pretty quickly. It was Friday after all, so it was fairly relaxed. At my rotation this afternoon, we made bead necklaces and everything went very well. As far as my own personal Valentine's Day yesterday, I did homework. I know some people probably went out and did the traditional thing, but I did my lesson plans, and I am so glad I did. Restaurants and, well, everywhere is super busy on the 14th, and so Mike and I had soup, and I did homework. I wonder what kind of soup we had. Huh, it's cute. Pretty much a normal night for us, which is how we like it. And now I'm done. I was not stressed out today trying to write all my lessons. We had time to drive to Oklahoma City, and I still got everything turned in about 3 hours ahead of time. I would like to think that after this semester I won't be such a nerdy lame-o, but I know that I won't. I'm always going to be like this, planning ahead and spending all my time doing homework or lesson plans, or the list goes on. Mike accepts this. It'll be good. Yep, not much has changed. I still like work a lot and I like to have things done in advance, but I've gotten less like neurotic about it. Although I feel like this year I overcorrected. I feel like next year I need to up the neuroses a little bit. Uh I there's some parts of like the way this year is going that I'm like, if I were still like not working harder, but just I don't know. I gave myself permission to relax a little this year. I think I did. I think I relaxed too much. Tighten it back up next year. And I've noticed, and I've talked about this before, I don't think in the vlog, but I've, I'm always like, I think teachers are always like, next year, next year, next year. I could do any of this tomorrow. Tomorrow, I could start like being extra again. Extra, extra, like more than usual. But I just feel like it's something to look forward to. Next year, like I'm gonna redo all the math lesson plans to make them even better. I could do that right now. I'm probably not going to. Probably not going to, but I could. Sometimes I get really inspired over spring break. So we'll see. Because oftentimes over spring break, I'm like the first day I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm just relaxed. And then I'm like, what to do? So I usually end up like doing lesson plans and stuff. So maybe over spring break, I could do that. But we still have 6 weeks till spring break. I felt like February was going pretty fast, and now I feel like it's not. We're only halfway through February. Okay. I know that I'm just procrastinating because I don't want to reckon with the fact that I have to make 2 sets of lesson plans. One, what I really want to do this week in case it doesn't snow. I got to be ready for that. And then 2, what I'm probably going to do this week because it's probably going to snow. And instead, I just want to sit here for another minute and pretend like I don't have to do that. Minute's up. Here we go. Okay. Today is Tuesday, February 18th. I'm doing this on my lunch break because I had a meeting during planning this morning, and then I have a meeting like right after school this afternoon. I have to like zoom out of here. So let me do this now. We made lungs in science. It's kind of fun. Today just feels like so weird. I spent like 20 minutes this morning just like explaining the packets for the snow days. And I just feel like my gut's telling me that we're not gonna have school the rest of the week, but nothing's been called yet. So I feel like I'm operating under a lot of uncertainty. Like a lot of it is like, I'm giving you this just in case. Like I'm sending this email just in case, like just in case, when like probably yes, but I don't want to speak in certainties and confuse anyone when it's still very uncertain. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow morning, but what if that gets pushed? What if we do have school tomorrow? What if it's an early release? What if, like, blah, what if? So I hate it. I hate it. I don't, I don't operate well under uncertainty. Don't like it, won't have it. Can't do it. And yet we must. All right, let's see what was going on 12 years ago. All right, we are on a new page because we are on day 26, right? Yes, day 26. Oh, it's a little one. Well, that's nice. I have little time. Okay, day 26, February 18th, 2013. Monday. So it's a Monday. Today was a pretty good day. Yay. I wonder if I'm feeling better. I was unexpectedly observed this morning for my first time teaching reading. I was a little nervous, but I figured I wouldn't be any better tomorrow than I was today for the most part. So I just went with it. I think I remember this. My field site person was coming to observe one of the other student teachers next door. And the other student teacher came to me that morning and like she didn't have something wasn't ready. She did not want to be observed. And so it was like she was supposed to be Monday, I was supposed to be Tuesday. And so I was like, let's just switch. Like she can come observe me today and you can take my time tomorrow. And that's very on brand for how I am with observations these days. Like I don't really change anything. I'm like, babe, like show up whenever you want. What I do is what I do. Every day is what it is. Like, come today, come tomorrow. It's fine. So I do remember this. I can talk a lot better this week because my throat isn't so sore. So the children could actually hear and understand me. It's so funny because these days I would have been wearing a mask probably the whole previous week. Like I would have been masked up if I was like coughing and stuff. Wasn't even like if someone had suggested that to me 12 years ago, I would have died laughing. Like who wears masks except doctors? Like calm down. And now it's like that's what I would have been doing. So crazy. I was really worried my voice would go even more than it did last week, and the children would have no idea what I was saying when I sounded words out for them, but it went fine. Like always, I was worried for nothing. The story of my life. Oh God, somebody is paused. Forgot their Stanley. Can't go to lunch without your Stanley. Okay. Anyway, where was I? I was worried for nothing. Yeah, as usual. It feels kind of nice this week to have taken over the majority of the classroom. I just go from one thing to another and I feel like a real teacher. It's a little bit stressful at times, but I still like it. I'm also very excited that I only have a few more detailed lessons to plan this semester. I finished my unit last Friday, and so all I have left to do is write a few math lessons and I'm done. I know it is only week 6, but I feel like I've got less on my plate these days, which is ridiculous because, like I just said, I have more to do than ever. Maybe I'm just getting into the swing of things and I feel more confident. Who knows? We will see what tomorrow will bring. Look, when's the last time I said something like, I don't think I want to be a teacher, I just want to do research, blah, blah, blah. She didn't know. She didn't know what she was talking about. I do this when I have a break from teaching. I always go into a panic. I can't be a teacher anymore. And then like as soon as you start, you're like, oh no, this is it. This is it. This is right. I'm looking forward to teaching my big 2-week unit. Mine is all about pirates, and I think the children will really like it. I do remember this well. We will see. Erin looked over all my lesson plans and said they sounded good, so barring a tragedy, everything should work out. I hope that I wake up tomorrow feeling even better than I feel today. Whatever it is, it's got to be an improvement from last week. Hopefully it's all up here from here. It's all uphill from here. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I feel like it goes pretty good. And hopefully everything is uphill from here for me too. We'll get through these snow days. This week's a wash. We met this morning as a team. We were able, like, by some miracle, we were able to finagle things so that we're actually like still going to be able to fit in pretty much everything we want to do in the third quarter. We can push a little to fourth quarter. And fourth quarter is a little lighter, like we have a little more time to play with, but uh yeah, I don't know why I feel like the year's almost over. It's literally like not even close. I think it's the 106th day of school. We have so much time. It's probably because like we're already starting to plan like graduation and stuff like that, like talking about middle school. It's too early. It's too early. It's only February. It's only February. But I feel like it is all uphill. All, why can't I say this? I feel like it is all uphill from here. Happy snow day. It happened. We are home and it is currently snowing. So good call. I'm wearing a hoodie from my old school because it is a very comfortable hoodie. Um, yeah, so we sent home the packets yesterday and then we were supposed to offer office hours, like 30 minutes to an hour of office hours. So I did an hour. I messaged we had on my messaging app and on the paper I sent home with the kids that from 10 to 11 I'd be on Zoom like answering questions if they had any. So I had five. Yeah, I had five kids join in. A couple of them were just coming in to ask a quick question, like get a clarification, then leave. And then I had one who stayed with me on Zoom the whole hour. We were like doing math and stuff together. So I was really glad I was glad they came. It was fun. I know some people were like, oh, office hours, but I liked it. It was fun. Like, okay, like at least five of them are working on the work that I sent. And I know more of them are as well. So if we don't have school tomorrow, which is looking pretty likely because I don't think any of this is going to melt. Um, I told, the ones who came on today, I said, come back on tomorrow, if you have any questions. I really front loaded the work. Like today is the hard, like the most work. And then Thursday, tomorrow is a little less. And then Friday is like barely. I think Friday, I think I would like read a book and then like organize your papers. Good job. So, today was the heaviest lift for sure. Okay. Day 27, February 19th, 2013. All right. Today, Erin reminded me that there are only 3 more school weeks after this one until spring break. Okay, girl, it's Tuesday. Like, that's basically 4 weeks. I can't believe February is over next week. That is wild. Because usually when you're at the 19th, you still have what feels like 2 weeks to go. But yeah, that's true. Next Friday is the last day of February. The time really is going by a lot more quickly than I thought it would. I am in week 6 of 14. That means after next week, we're halfway there. It's so strange to think that all of these girls, me included, could actually be real live teachers in just a few months. I've been in school for 4 years and I feel like I'm going to be in school forever. Well, based on my life plan, I actually will be in school for close to forever. But at least for my undergraduate degree, it's unbelievable that my journey is coming to an end. We learn for so long that we feel like it will never end, but it ends. I can see the finish line. It is, I do miss that part of like undergrad and college, like that cohort. We started, freshman like orientation. We start with way more people that end up switching schools, changing their minds, changing their major or whatever. But then there were, how many of us? Probably at least 25, I would say, that like were all together. And we definitely weren't all friends, maybe even 30. We weren't all friends with each other, but like I remember all of them. Like, if I do think about them, I'm friends on Facebook with some of them. There were more. Yeah, I'm friends on Facebook with some of them. And then there are others that sometimes Facebook will like suggest to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. And then some like, who knows what happened to them. But a lot of the ones that I am still friends with on Facebook, most of us really did become teachers, and most of us are still teachers. Um, some took off, like a lot of us had kids, and some like took a break to have kids. So like they're not currently teaching, but a lot of us are still teachers, which I feel like is pretty good because they say, like half half of people don't make it past year 5, I think. We're well past year 5, and more than half of the ones I'm still in contact with are teachers. So it was pretty good. Today, reading went even better than yesterday. I really like it. It might be my favorite subject to teach. No memory of what teaching reading was like. I mean, I assume I was teaching them how to read because they were in kindergarten, but I don't remember it at all. It is interesting to teach a whole group and in small groups during rotations. I can really see the differences in children during small groups and then capitalize on their individual strengths during the whole group time. I also really like teaching reading twice each day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, because I can fix any mistakes that I make or problems that I see from the first session. That's true. That is nice. Teaching math next week will be the same thing. I'm kind of disappointed that I have to give up reading so quickly. 1 week is not enough. I can't wait to get it back in April. I feel better today. My cough is still there, and sometimes my voice goes for a little bit, but it always comes back. My coughs are always pretty persistent, so I expect that it will be here for a while. This used to happen to me every winter. I'd get a cough, and it would not go away for like weeks, a month. And then now that kind of doesn't really happen anymore. Last time it happened, well, I literally got COVID, and that cough lasted for a while. But since then, yeah, I don't know. But that was a weird little thing that used to happen to me in the winter. Now I just have to finish up some lesson plans, and I plan to be in bed by 10 o'clock again tonight. Things are looking up. Yay! 10 o'clock. That is still kind of my goal. I'm always telling myself, I'm like, you should try and go to sleep before 10 o'clock. But then I'm always like, nah. If you fall asleep by 10:30, that's still like 7 hours of sleep. That's pretty good, right? All right. Tuesday, February 19th. Still snowing. I don't miss it. Like, I feel like I should be panicking more, like, oh, we're gonna miss so much school, but it is what it is, right? It's all gonna work out. And it is nice to have this time to like, okay, I did my office hours and now I'm not gonna work the rest of the day, but like I have the rest of the day, like when the girls like take their naps or when they're playing independently, I can like work on like stuff that I normally would have to save for the weekend. I can just work on it today. So that's nice. Here we go. Hello. It is Thursday, February 20th. Snow day number 2 for the week. I would say I've been pretty significantly less productive today, but um, I feel like the afternoon is my time. Yesterday it was like morning, it was like from like 9 to 2. I was like really like getting stuff done. It's 1:15 right now. I did have my office hours earlier. I had 5 kids come again. And that was fun. But then for the last couple hours, I haven't really been doing a lot, but I think I'm gonna lock in this afternoon, as the kids would say, lock in. Um, but let's see what was going on 12 years ago, shall we? There's no way there's gonna be school tomorrow. There's no way because it's still snowing. I guess it stopped, but it was still snowing pretty significantly, and there's no way it's gonna melt. All right, we're on day 28, February 20th, 2013. It snowed today. Oh my gosh, how fun. All right. The kids noticed. What are the odds? Oh, it snowed at school. That is a difference for the last 12 years. Like now, if there's even a chance that it might start snowing while we're at school, no school. But here it's like we went to school and then it started snowing while we were at school. I don't think that would happen at all. I know this was in Oklahoma, but I know school's been canceled all week in Oklahoma too. Surprisingly, though, we kept them pretty engaged all day. I had Erin evaluate me today for the first time, and she noted that even though it was snowing and the kids hadn't been outside all day, I still kept them involved and I asked a lot of good higher level thinking questions. I'm proud of myself. Everyone at school today, adult wise, was praying for a snow day tomorrow. I'm not getting my hopes up because it doesn't seem to be that cold outside. Also, I'm not even sure I want a snow day. I'll just have to make it up later, and it would just be a wrench thrown into my lesson plans and the rhythm I have going right now. I've already invested myself in going every day, and I just want to put in my hours and not have to scramble to implement lessons on different days and at different times. It seems like such a hassle, and one day stuck at home just doesn't seem worth it. I know I'm the exception, and then everyone else at that school is praying for the ice tonight, so we'll see. I am still kind of this way, although, I was just like leaning into it this week, so I'm like, it is what it is. But normally, I'm like, it does super throw off the rhythm, and like everything that you were going to do that day, you still have to do. So, like, it doesn't, I know it makes life harder. On the actual snow day, when it's 5:45 and I don't have to get up when my alarm goes off, right? I can turn my alarm off and keep sleeping. I'm into it then. I'm into it then. But then after I wake up, I'm like, it really would have been easier to just get up and go to school. I went to class tonight, even though we got the go ahead to skip if we wanted, what with the impending winter storm and all. I just don't like to miss things whenever possible. I guess that explains my lack of enthusiasm for the snow prayer we've got going on at school. I have one more piece of my project due Friday at midnight, but I really want to get it done tonight and tomorrow. What day is it? Oh, it's only Wednesday. Okay. I cannot wait to be finished with this semester. I have, of course, been working ahead on my lesson plans and things, so I've not been too stressed out, but it will still be nice when I'm done. All right, fun. So, February, it's all about the snow. Yeah, it's not melted. So, I'm just like, now I'm like, ugh, like we have school Monday, right? I think it's supposed to warm up this weekend and the sun's supposed to come out. So, hopefully, like, because I redid and like planned everything, assuming that we have like school on Monday as usual. So I really hope that is the case. I hope it's nice that the snow fell, but I hope it's done falling so that it can start melting because 3 days will be enough for me. Thank you so much. Hello. It is Friday, February 21st, 2025. My hair looks crazy, which kind of mirrors my day. I have way too many tabs open on this computer. I've been productive. I've been trying to do a lot. Um, and it's just, I need to like take some time to like refocus, close out some of these tabs, close some loops. I've got a lot of open projects in my brain and on my computer that I need to like either wrap up or like put a pause on and move on. I literally almost forgot to do my vlog today. I think it's a short one today, so that's good. Um, because what are we on? We're on it's February 21st. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yesterday I said I didn't want it to snow. Day 29. Well, obviously, I'm a terrible judge of what weather is going to do. Guess that's why I'm not a meteorologist, because we did not have school today. Same girl. I woke up about 4 o'clock this morning and looked out the window, but it didn't look too bad. It was thunder sleeting, but I figured it would be gone by morning. And then at 6:15, I found out no school. I was excited for the extra couple of hours of sleep, but ultimately I found myself wishing I was at school today. I was actually disappointed to be missing out on the things I was supposed to teach today. Strange, I know. I think I'm the only one who is lamenting our snow day. I This just got me thinking about like how we used to find out there was a snow day. Now everything's like robocalls and I work for a big district. But my first job that I had was not a big district. It was actually a private school. Woo. But it was a private school and it's a interesting story. I'm sure it'll come up. But we had to individually call each family in our class. Like if we were gonna, like if school was canceled, we would get a call from like our principal or a text. And then we had to call each family to let them know, which is chaotic. I'm sure even that school no longer does that. I'm sure everyone's got like robocall set up now, but I do remember as a kid, nobody was calling. Nobody was calling. You just had to watch the news and listen to the radio and see. I remember my dad, he was a high school teacher. They did have like a calling tree for staff, like to let staff know that there was no school. So someone would call him and then he was supposed to call like two other people and then they like fanned out. But as a kid, you just like watch the news. Like nobody was calling or texting or posting on Facebook. So it's yeah, 6:15 this morning, that morning that I found out 12 years ago. I don't know how I found it out. I don't know if I got an email. It's probably an email, but no. I did get a lot done today, but I'm hoping everything is fine tomorrow and we can go back. Let's see, it's a Thursday. I'm sure one day I will celebrate snow days just like the rest of the teachers I know. But for now, I just want to go to school, teach what I need to teach, and finish up this semester as smoothly as possible. It's a short entry today. I guess that makes sense. Boring, I know. I bet 12 years ago I used my snow day to do all those like lesson plans and catch up on stuff and get ahead. Sometimes all you need is a day. That's what I found. Like when I was pursuing national board certification 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. Um, my district does this thing where they'll like basically give you like a free day off. Like you can take the day off, but you don't have to use your PTO. Actually, they'll give you three, but you have to use one of those days to like go take the test. And then that leaves you two more that you can like take off for free without using PTO and work on like whatever you get to work on. And it's not like that different. Like, what is the difference between taking a Saturday and going to the library or Panera Bread or whatever and working versus I remember I took off like a Tuesday or a Thursday. I don't remember exactly. Like, I think it was a Thursday. I took off a random Thursday and like went. And I just felt so much more productive on that random Thursday. It's just like the vibe. Like there's not like time-wise, there was no difference between taking a whole day on a Thursday or taking a whole day on a Saturday. But I just felt like, look at this free day I have to like get all my stuff done. That was so productive. That's probably what I did 12 years ago. Like sometimes you just take a day and like get yourself together and you can just boom, 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 boom. So I don't, I'm up for recertification for National Board next year, but they do this thing where they let you try it a year in advance so that if you don't pass, you can like try again. And I think it's like something like 99 point something percent of people like recertify. It's really hard to get certified the first time. I think it's like half of everybody gets it on their first try. But then once you've done it once, like doing it again, like re-upping, like is no big deal. You just kind of have to like buckle down and do it. That's the pickle I'm in right now, is this would be my like free year. And then next year is like the year I have to do it. And I should just do it this year because then you don't cheat yourself out of a year. You still get, it's still 5 years from next year. So basically it'll be like 6 years. I just haven't done it yet. But I need to. You have to pay by the end of February. So I have 1 week to like decide if I'm gonna pay. I mean, it's like 500 something. How much is it? It's like 900. I don't know. I need to look it up. It's less than $1,000, but more than 500. Um, and once I pay, I'm obviously gonna do it. So I think like putting the money on the line will like force me to do it. But I feel like I'm gonna have to do something similar with that. Like take a day, get my life together. Take a day, just get it all done, knock it out. It's gonna take more than a day, but you can get most knocked out in a day. Um, so yeah, that part about me hasn't changed. I usually, if I get a surprise free day, I usually try and make it pretty productive. I don't remember if I had school on Friday, February 22nd, 2012, 2013, but I guess we'll find out on Monday. All right, it's the weekend. Today's Tuesday, February 24th, Monday, February 24th. Sorry, I'm like, my webcam's being weird. It's like, eh. Oh, it just did it. I don't like that. Don't like that. I would say today was a good day. I had perfect attendance because after all the snow days, parents were like, get these kids out of my house. So it was good. And I had 14 of the 19 kids bring back their like packets, completed work, and they pretty much did everything. So I haven't graded it all. My soul, my heart wanted me to just throw this all in the trash can, but my brain said no, no, they did the work. You grade the work. So I'll work on that. I'll work on that in just a second. I better do this. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but let's see what was going on 12 years ago. But yeah, it's a good day. We you know, as usual, I overplanned. We didn't get to it all. I felt guilty and we moved on. Okay. I feel like my webcam is dying and I don't like that because I need my camera to do my document camera. So please don't die. I feel like it's just getting worse. Okay, well, all right. Day 30, February 22nd, 2013. We are finished with week 6. Oh, and my camera has just turned off. Okay. Hi. It did that by itself. Okay. We are finished with week 6. Next week marks the halfway point. Wow. I am not halfway through the second part of this year or whatever. Like, wait, no, but still, good for me. It feels like it's gone by so fast. Maybe I will just turn my camera off. This is weird. It's freaking me out. It feels like it has gone by so fast. I'm almost hoping that the second half goes by as quickly as the first, and then another part of me knows I'm going to be sad when it is over. I think the happy part is going to win, though. Yeah. Today was a very strange day. It felt like a Monday because we didn't go yesterday. More than once today, I found myself in a miniature panic because I didn't get whatever done this weekend, and then I remembered that this weekend hasn't happened yet. Really threw me off missing school yesterday. I made up for it a little by incorporating pieces of what I missed yesterday wherever I could today, but I still feel like I missed out on a lot of my teaching opportunities. Unfortunately, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my biggest teaching days, so yesterday was the worst day to miss. I don't know what I meant by that. I wonder why Tuesdays and Thursdays were more than Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today was Fitness Friday, though, so I'm glad we didn't miss that. It is a lot of fun. The children really enjoy it. Plus, it incorporates my love of dorky dancing, so that's a plus. I think it's really cool how the school does things like Fitness Friday. I'd never heard of schools for healthy lifestyles before this semester, but it's a really neat program. I love the school I am at. They are so fortunate to have all of these resources, and the community is really great. I hope that wherever I end up is like this. The camaraderie between the teachers and staff is great, and I really feel like I belong whenever I am there. This is good for me because I am generally so reserved and take on a get in, do it right the first time, get out mentality that I forget to form relationships with people. And relationships are important. I'm finally realizing that after way too long, not only at my field site, but in my personal life as well. Over the last 4 years, I declined to make too many friends because I guess I never really saw the point. But now I'm really trying with my classmates, my coworkers, the other teachers at the school, and it's going okay. I'm trying, and I think I'm getting better. My my sister likes to joke around that my last year of college was the only year I really had friends, and that's not true. My camera is freaking out. I can't even imagine what this is. Am I like, is my voice freaking out too? Is my voice glitching? This is not good. This is not good. I don't like this. Yeah, I'm still not great at friends, but I'm better. I'm better than I was. Okay. Hope my camera doesn't break. Bye.